Hello, my name is Prime and welcome back to BeamNG, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. Traditionally around here when I play BeamNG, it's a very high intensity, high paced video with lots of racing and so on, or lots of crashing, as BeamNG is fantastic at. But today I decided to do something a little bit different. So today we're going to do the gas runner scenario, a more chilled, laid back scenario that's all based off of us not wrecking this beautiful tanker truck here. Nice classic looking truck if you ask me. And so basically the whole story is that there's bad gas at this gas station where we are right now, and we've got to take it back to the refinery, which is our destination, well, way over there on the kind of across the bridge and so on. So we're gonna do that and kind of do more of an American Truck Simulator style delivery here in BeamNG instead of the high intensity stuff. So let's go ahead and hop in the inside here of this beautiful classic truck. The detail here in BeamNG is just fantastic, and let's go ahead and get rolling. Let's actually put it into drive there. That may be a good thing to do, and gotta make sure there's no traffic around, but there is on the map here. It's not like it's off. There's a car over there indeed. Pretty bad turning radius on this truck, but we'll just go ahead and get back into the proper lanes here. Remember what my buttons are, and we'll stay on the right hand side here and go from there. So hopefully everyone's doing well. I certainly am. Fantastic to be here over in Beam. We've got to get over to the left lane here. Fantastic to be back here in BeamNG and doing something, as I mentioned, very different. Generally, for those who've been watching around the channel for a while, especially here on BeamNG, whenever I do play it here and there, you will know that it is very much a high intensity game that I generally type. Oh, locking up the brakes. Brakes are very sensitive, my word. The AI are very close together. Interesting. Let's go to the exterior view here. Yeah, very interesting how the AI that white car is smack dab in the middle of the two lanes. Lovely. Oh, the sounds. So good here. Oh, the car. Oh. Why in the world would he jam on the brakes? Why would they jam on the brakes? That is just insanity. Slamming on the brakes for no reason. Oh, typical AI things. Well, don't we know and love it, pretty much. It's just the way it is. Are they turning or what in the world? I have no idea. Well, we got to stay over here because those are kind of tram track looking things. What in the world is the AI doing? Is that where the path is for the road? It just doesn't seem quite right. Okay, well, I know we kind of have to share the lane over here. Huh. Interesting. Interesting indeed, but the detail in this game is fantastic. And I was gonna say, when I was pulling away there was the noise, or I say noise, the sounds of these trucks. Is it bad to say that they sound so incredibly good compared to a game that I play on the channel quite frequently? Stock. Let's just say that. Stock sounds between BeamNG and ATS. Insane difference just listening to it going up through the gears and going into high, or I guess I should say low ranges of the gearbox. Fantastic sounds here in BeamNG. Of course, visuals are great. I believe this is part of a recent rebuild of this overall truck model, which is quite interesting. And I think I'm kind of just migrating across lanes here, and I'm honestly not quite sure. Oh, it looks like I'm going left up here. Alrighty, well, that is good to know. And as we get out of the more dense area of the city, it gets a lot better frame rate wise. There we go, tongue twister added again. Wonderful area though here. This is technically the West Coast map as far as I can recall. And I think some of my settings in a recent update here in BeamNG isn't quite right, to be honest. I think some of the graphics got changed. Not sure what's going on there. So bear with it if it is a little bit herky-jerky at times, or if things aren't looking fantastic. To honest, and I believe last episode actually I had issues with the controls, which I have, believe it or not, fixed a good amount of it. However, I'm kind of in the midst of a lot of things changing and changing some different processes as well, so I'm not really, to be honest, I haven't spent a ton of time. Oh, what is the AI doing? Are they purposely trying to make me crash and damage this truck? Probably. Okay, can I just go ahead through there, AI? Don't you dare hit me, van. Use the power of this truck to get by. Oh man, the AI, gotta love it. They are always so entertaining to try and drive with. Oh, it's so weird at all. What is going on up here? Okay, they're going that way. I gotta go this way. So, speed limit of 40 in the tunnel earlier, so we're gonna kind of roll with it, and I'm doing about actually 45, but everything's very touchy, so maybe my sensitivity there on the pedals is not maybe the greatest. Oh, we gotta actually turn there, Prime. Be a novel approach there, bud. And yeah, it is. So to be honest, when it comes to the graphical stuff, I haven't done a ton of diving recently into the settings, so there may be something that's just not quite right. So once again, do bear in mind, or bear with me on that one as I change a few things around for the better. Like the mirrors, kind of not maybe what we want to see generally, but unfortunately it's just the way it is. So we got to make a left turn here. I don't think I actually mapped any indicators for whatever reason. Probably when I was thinking to myself when I was going through the button controls, this is BeamNG, why would I need indicators? Not thinking about a situation like this. So we're just gonna do what a lot of people do, unfortunately, and just not indicate, and we'll just have to go with it like that. Oh, we gotta actually turn left here. Okay, the barriers are freaking me out because it wasn't really letting me actually go into the proper lane. Interesting. Some of these scenarios I think are actually, I mean, they're really cool, but they're also maybe not, shall we say, the most fine-tuned ever. So I was honestly expecting this delivery or this scenario to be longer. Not gonna lie. We have made it, which is fantastic. So do we just park anywhere? Or do we have to kind of park on the spot? I mean, we can reverse. And then stop here. Let's actually turn the, oh, it took it. Perfect. So I guess you just had to go back into neutral and it's happy. Now, do I have to go back to the gas station? Was the good gas? Because that's legitimately what the scenario was. Basically, it was hauling bad gas back to the refinery. And now it's doing something. Oh, success. I just had the overlay off. Well, okay, so that's all it was. Well, interesting. Honestly, I'm surprised that the scenario just ends there. I would expect, you know, we should probably take some good gas back to the gas station. So I'm just going to kind of extend the scenario on my own. The beauty of BeamNG that you can basically just do that because, well, you can just free roam it and have fun. So we're going to go ahead and take supposedly good gas back to the gas station. So I've set my waypoint because I don't really know my way around the map very well. And we're just going to drive it kind of normally. Or take some good gas back, kind of do an exchange, shall we say, of fuel. So we guess we don't really have to worry this time about getting damaged. However, I am going to still make it realistic because we probably should, because that is kind of what we're going for here. So let's go ahead and get the camera view back. Just trying to remember what button I set it to. And yeah, we're going to head back, kind of complete the scenario. Honestly, I am a little bit surprised. I don't want to say disappointed, but also a little bit surprised. I am definitely surprised that they didn't actually do the full round trip with that delivery. I was expecting maybe a little bit more, but saying that, it wasn't a high difficulty scenario either. I believe it was set to medium, which isn't overly difficult, as you can tell. So basically, you just gotta survive, make your way there, drive semi-legitly, no pun intended, and well, you'll make it. So I guess there you go. That's what you saw in the first bit is the actual scenario, and now what we're doing now is just a good old Prime make it up on the fly, basically, going with it. I feel like this is probably the better way to do something like this, and it kind of goes back to the fact that BeamNG does so many things better than a dedicated trucking game, per se, of American Truck Simulator. I say in a lot of ways, not every way, but plenty of ways in terms of, well, definitely crash physics. There's actually damage, which is huge, let's be honest. Some of the stock sounds, I would argue, are a lot better, especially on the newer revised truck models and with more flexibility. But also you can customize a lot, don't get me wrong, in American Truck Simulator in your deliveries and so on. But, oh, it's actually taking us a different route? Okay. Well, we'll go a different route. I think, did I just run the red light? I think I did. That's fine. That's fine. not a big deal. We'll stop at this one though. Not sure why it's taking me this way, but that's fine. Whatever, it can take whatever way it wants. Point is, you can do a lot of customization in American Truck Simulator, don't get me wrong, but just being able to do these scenarios, and also something if the scenario actually did it, you know, taking something somewhere and then immediately within the same contract taking it away. And some of the other scenarios, I do believe, when it comes to hauling, actually do that though. They do basically do a multiple trips situation where you're hauling something to, oh come on, get around the corner there, truck, you can do it. I think I just rode the curb there. Oh well, it's fine. It's fine. You can basically take a trailer to a location or haul something to a location and then continue on within the all one delivery basically. That is something I really want to see. We're going to go over here. That is something I really want to see come to American Truck Simulator, because that is such a huge part of the logistics network in the world. It's not just point A to B deliveries. There is, generally speaking, something else that goes along with it. And unfortunately, to date, there really isn't that, well, shall I say, chain, like, oh, we probably should be over this lane. Whatever, we just broke a law there. Who cares? It's unfortunately just the way it is. It's in real life. There's a lot of these chain deliveries, I'll call it, and it just works out a whole lot better. And just like that, we've delivered gas back to the gas station where we first delivered or picked up from. We're gonna park over here where the gas loaders are, or the ports, whatever you want to call it. Park up here and go to the exterior view. And thank you guys so much for watching. What a different episode. Let me know if you want to see more trucking and other things here in BeamNG. It is a wonderful game after all. I'll try and get some of my extra settings dialed in a bit more in the midst of everything. And hopefully everyone enjoyed the video. I certainly did. Nice change here in BeamNG. Not always so high intensity as I mentioned. Sometimes it's nice just to, well, do some trucking here, a little bit more relaxing, and doing in a vehicle that we can't even drive in American Truck Simulator or some of the other trucking games out there. So it's nice that BeamNG offers some more flexibility with that and offers some different contracts basically, and ones that we can just make on our own like this. There may not be a monetary value to it, but there is also just that same enjoyment of, well, being able to complete a delivery. That's something different than we're used to. Once again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.